You are
I
live
decide what's going to do first.
with the Goose Troop. Oh, this is a new music. This is a new one. So did you see this? You hear this? He's got something new, right? Oh no, this was last week's. This is one he played last week, right?
It is.
Here we go.
Yeah, there we go. Mary, Mary, Mary. Quite contrary. Thank you, sir. The pillow. How many decorative pillows do you have, sir?
Nobody
Many?
really knows.
How
People
many?
have guessed for centuries, but nobody's really figured it out yet. It's a
So many.
fair amount.
How many? What's this butler staff up to now? Do you guys let any go for holidays? You hire more for holidays?
Hired some more, yes.
Holy cow!
So many rooms.
I didn't take the job, I'll tell you that. It was offered. No.
Maybe next time.
Well, because that's your fear, right? Going back to work.
Go back to work, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't find out there was any benefits, so anyway.
You know, I had a date recently. Oh boy, and well, a couple dates actually, and oh boy, I'll just say, oh boy, I'll leave it at that. You come to your own conclusions. But all right, guys, we are back again with Goose Troop with my co-host Cindy and Carl. I'm Goose. Cindy is the pinch. Do you go around pinching people a lot, Cindy? Is that your thing? Are you a hugger? Can I say, are you a hugger?
I like to hug people. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I've never been accused of pinching people. Do you want me to start or what?
I mean, I don't know that I'd appreciate that. Maybe Carl would. I don't know that I would. Are you a hugger, Carl? Are you a hugger? I mean, when
I'm squeezed, so yeah, I'm a definite hugger for sure.
You're a squeeze. How about like when strangers, like you first meet a stranger and they come up and hug you? Doesn't that feel awkward?
Just hugging
to you?
them.
Huh?
No, just got to hug back and be like, this isn't weird.
No, it's weird. I don't hug back.
You don't think so?
No, I don't usually. I'm not a hugger.
You don't like to be hugged?
So, like, if I come up to you at work and start hugging on you, you're going to be like, what?
Oh, my God. I'd like to see the expression.
You would not want to see that.
Right there, as a matter of fact.
I'd be like,
you're seeing
how are
it.
you doing, Carl? Get away from me.
Oh, my God.
Get away from me. Like I can see Bruce doing that, right? Like, I would think Bruce, I don't know if I told this story before, but like Bruce was like, one day he goes, well, and I'd like you to introduce you to some of the, like you and Brian and some of the ladies we work with. And I'm like, he goes, take my hand and I'll show you. I go, Bruce, that is never going to happen.
Oh my God.
Do not ask me that again. And I was like, Bruce, I met him. I go, it's going to take me some time to learn all their names. I go, but I met him. And he goes, okay, but you got to meet the queen. And I go over and I meet the queen that he called. Her name's Nicole, and she like calls everyone queen. Like, what does he call you? Does he call you Prince or anything like that? Or, silly nonsense.
I'm the father of dragons, Goose.
Oh, that's right. I heard that. That's right. That's right. I heard that this weekend.
That was actually a pretty good pick.
What did he call you?
He calls me.
Goose, what did he call you?
He calls me the Prince, right?
Oh.
Yeah. We play 1999 whenever he comes into work, you know. Because he's the prince. A lot of Prince references.
Dude, maybe we should introduce him to Prince. Maybe we should next time.
Everybody's got to know. Surely he knows Prince, right?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. He just seems so odd to me sometimes.
Where's he from? Is he from Springfield or where's he from?
No,
Same place as Prince, actually.
Minnesota, right? He's from Minnesota, right? Yeah. Dude, just an odd dude, but he's kind-hearted person, but I don't know, his social skills are lacking. Anyways,
I was he just seems like he's very friendly and nice to me, and But one day he explained that that's how all Minnesotans are. I was like, oh, okay. So it's not just your personality is very friendly and nice. It's kind of a regional, like the lingua franca of Minnesota, apparently, cultural niceness. Like, okay.
I don't think Bruce got out of the house much, to be honest. Like,
There's something to be said for that, keep you out of trouble.
true, true, true. Hello, Diane. Hello, Diane. You know what? I think Diane won when I was on my date the other day. I wasn't able to make it. Hello, Stephen.
Hello,
Hello,
Steven.
Stephen Lane.
I thought Irene did a good job for you.
You did? You
I
like
like
those
I
three?
like I like the subject. It was good.
Jason.
I got in on it late. I actually got 4 or 5 right, but I got in on it late. So, but
At
I
least
did like it.
At least we got one person representing Goose Troop. At one person, Carl. One person. I know one of them hosts the show. The other one
And he wasn't
listens and
there.
participates. And the other.
I'm usually super tired on Saturday, so
One of these things are not like the other.
yeah, it's just like the old rhyme from Sesame Street.
Yeah, because that's my reference. All right, guys. On today's show, we're gonna do a little thing I like to say. 12 stories of Christmas. We all heard of 12 days of Christmas. I'm gonna do 12 stories of Christmas, but first we're gonna get to Cindy and see how she did in her fantasy football week. We do know that her record was it 10-2, Carl? Wasn't it 10 and
I was wrong. It was 9-3. I'd lost another one. I
Oh, okay.
forgot.
So you're 9-3,
9-3.
and I'm gonna say, Carl, I think she won this week. I think she won this week.
All right, I'm going to be a downer and say that she did not win this week.
She didn't win this week. Okay.
Well, I did lose. I did lose this week.
Oh, you
But
did.
on a good note, the person behind me also lost, so I'm still in first by
you're
myself.
That could
You're still
happen.
one game ahead.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
And
That's great.
another plus, watch me jinx myself.
Your
I probably
Steelers
shouldn't
won,
say this.
didn't they? Your Steelers
The
won.
Steelers won.
Yes.
And next week is our final week of the regular scheduled teams that we play.
Yeah.
Then we go to playoffs.
Okay.
Well, the person I play has been in last place most of the year, so hopefully she doesn't come to life in the last week and they all go crazy. So I'm sitting pretty good. I think the worst thing that could happen is I'd be tied for first, but I think I'll have more total points. So I think I'd probably still come out of it.
with the bye.
Yeah.
Because how many teams get the bye? Just one, two?
Two.
Okay, well, you at least get the bye. You know that. Even if you lose next week,
I think so.
you
I
still
think
get
so.
the bye. So that's great.
Yeah.
You're into that second week of the playoffs, and that's, who knows what's going to happen. And Carl,
Yeah.
how has your week been, sir?
Oh, magnificent. It's been
Has
great.
it really? Yeah.
Oh, yes. It's been really good. I'm just, getting organized, prepping up for all this holiday mayhem that's about to take place. And,
Yeah.
I got my tree.
I
We've
do.
got all kinds of stuff. We got a pear. How about a pear, everybody? Pear.
Mhm.
Is this like ornaments that you've collected through the years, though?
I think so.
Is it really?
Pretty sure they are.
Do you have any
Yeah.
ornaments from your childhood? Either one of you? Like, do you have ornaments from your childhood still?
There may be some somewhere, but I don't know where they're at.
I don't think so. I know I have some from when my daughter was younger, but I don't know about per se. I don't know. I bet my sister does, but I don't think we have any from our tree.
Have you seen my childhood?
Well, that's
You
a
got
good
your
question.
tree up yet?
What's that?
Your mom got the tree up yet?
Oh, we put it up, and yeah, I even decorated my room yesterday. Straightened out my room yesterday. Did oh, Goose, my date went great. How was yours? Went okay. Yeah, went okay. I got another one coming up, and hope I don't know. We'll see how things go. You know what I mean? We'll see how things go. That's all I can wish for, right, Carl? That's all we can wish for. Happiness and peace on earth.
Yeah, there you go. That's thematic.
Yeah, there you go. Cindy, am I going to catch you singing at any point of the 12 stories of Christmas that we're going to do in the next 3 episodes?
No,
No, we won't catch you singing.
I doubt it. But I'll just say I doubt it.
When does the holiday spirit hit you,
Good.
Cindy? When does the holiday spirit hit you?
Oh, I've already been out shopping. I've been in the spirit of doing that stuff.
Vic's
Yeah,
got something
I've
to say
got.
to you, Cindy. I'm sorry, Vic's got something to say to you. Go ahead, Vic.
Good.
Thanks, Vic. He had so
You
much.
don't want to hear
the
me
show.
sing. I'm not a good singer.
He had so much to the show. Thanks, Vic. Vic again. Welcome
La
everybody.
la 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 la. Good.
Thanks, Vic. Winner, Vic.
Rest your voice.
You're the winner, Vic. Winner of the most annoying. Thank you, Vic.
The most annoying.
Does he really add to the show? I ask you, and I don't know why I have him on. I really don't. But
I don't know.
what's
That week he was Gravy Man, he was kind of funny.
Oh, was yeah, Vic. Oh well, he's got to sell gravy with the sausage, because Vic does sell sausage.
Ooh.
Vic has a sausage factory. If you didn't know, Carl, if you're not familiar with Vic.
I didn't know about the sausage factory, but that is a good gravy accompaniment.
Yeah, I would think so. To many different types of. Vic's funny. Yeah, well,
Sausage with sage.
Ooh.
Big holiday seller is a sausage with sage.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you,
And
Victor.
around July 4th, at the bratwurst, very high selling.
Yes. I'll promote it at the end of the show.
Irish love sausage around St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
We'll put a special out for the St. Patrick's Day sausage.
But it's Christmas season.
Kielbasa and the like.
I will promote the sausage, Vic, at the end of the show.
Sausage with sage.
Thank you. Sausage
Around
with
this
sage.
time.
Got it, Victor. Got it.
I'd like to thank the men who volunteered in Mexico to come up and work for me to make the sausage.
Oh, Victor, they volunteered, did they? You didn't bust them?
Well, they volunteered. Well, no, I didn't know. I had no idea what you're talking about. They volunteered to work for a less than a minimum wage here in the United States, and I'm proud to show them.
You shouldn't be proud of that, Victor. You should be ashamed of yourself for that, Victor.
Wonderful to see them.
No.
Wonderful to see you three jolly elves as well.
Jolly elves. Thank you once again.
And thank God Cindy is not singing.
No, Victor would like us to say sausage. Victor.
Sausage with sage.
Sausage with sage.
Sausage with sage.
Yeah, sausage with Cindy. You go to Cindy's house and everyone can sample some of the sausage with sage. Sausage with sage. Sausage with Cindy on Sundays.
Sausage with Cindy. Cindy, are you letting Victor work out of your home? Is that what's going on?
No, I don't know what he's
working out of your home.
Work out of my basement.
Oh,
delusional.
That's where my mother's
Take so long to start, fantasize and come up with things that aren't real.
That's where my mother makes the sausage in the basement. That's where she's chained it. I mean, that's where she works in the sausage maker.
How did you smuggle them in? How did they get here?
I have no idea what you're talking about. They live in vans in the backyard. That's all I'll say. Well taken care of.
So it's not a bus; it's a van that you brought them up in, then, Victor.
Well, yeah. No. I don't know how they got here.
Yeah, you said yes, Victor.
That's where they live.
Oh.
Cheaper than a hotel. You're welcome.
Do you feed them, Vic? Welcome, Victor. You should be ashamed of yourself. And do you feed them at least?
Of course, there's many handfuls of sausages they need. Don't mind me.
You, happy holidays to you, Victor. Good luck.
Happy holidays to you all.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, good luck.
Happy holidays. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho,
ho. Sausage. Ho, ho, ho. Why do we entertain that guy? The guy's annoying. Why do we entertain that guy? Anyways, all right. So it's going to be 12 stories of Christmas. We all heard of 12 days of Christmas. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to quiz you right now, both of you right now. And actually, before starting speaking of quizzes, Irene, I owe you a big thank you. I owe Bubba a big thank you. And Jason, a big thank you for covering the show, the trivia show on Saturday. I know two of us on Goose Troop listen and support it, but one of these things are not like the other. Not mentioning any names, pinch, uh, squeeze. Not mentioning any names, please. Uh, wouldn't do that. But oh, thank you, Irene. It was actually my pleasure that you did that. My honor that you did that. I appreciate that a lot. And like I said, I have something planned for us. I'd like to get with you this week, though, Irene. If not today, sometime soon. About maybe I'll call you on there or something. Let you, and then we'll figure some things out. What I got planned. But anyways, I appreciate that. And also on, I think Diane won actually, didn't she, Cindy? Didn't Diane win?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna have.
Yeah.
I have a thing where both you and you, Cindy, and Cindy Lopian, I have something planned for the women, is what I'm saying. I have something planned for the women, but I think my niece, I just spoke to my niece, because my niece is filling in for Ace since he won. And then I'm going to have her do it maybe this weekend, co host with me, with Irene, of course. And then, well, anyway. I got some things planned for that show, but I also got some things planned for this show, especially today. We all heard of 12 Days of Christmas. We're going to do 12 stories of Christmas. I think Cindy's going to go first, right? Is that what we agreed?
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to be Cindy, then my story or my memory, and then Carl's memory, and then we'll go back around to Cindy, and then wait, did Cindy lose or win the fantasy football? It's Carl. Did she win or lose?
Lost, but she's still ahead.
Okay, she lost, but she's still ahead. Okay, wow,
Mm.
good memory on that guy. You got a good memory, sir. You got your wits about you.
Mhm.
But age has not done anything to your memory yet, guys. Either one of you.
Carl, how old are you?
Um,
How old do you want him to be?
Middle-ish.
Just curious. I'm just curious.
Got any?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. Do you want to guess, or do you want me
I'll
to
take
tell
a
you?
guess.
47,
Oh,
I
snap.
thought
Damn, you're good.
27. Well,
64.
thank you, Victor. Now he's just doing multiplications. Thank you, Victor.
51.
Sausage and sage, everyone. Sausage and sage. Sausage
and sage.
Sausage and sage.
Younger? Younger?
That's my age. Sausage and
Illegal activity.
sage.
I'm gonna say. I'll say
79. Irene knows.
Irene knows.
I
hit it
am.
right. There you go, Irene.
79.
Irene got the point. Irene got the point. Steve says 42. How old did you say, Cindy? You said 52?
51.
51. Steve says 42.
47.
Victor says 47. I'm going to say, I know he's got two preteen kids. I will say 49 is what I'm going to go with. 49. Dan says 45. I'll say 49. Thank you, Jeff. Same answers, Irene. You won.
Cameron says 38.
You're going with that one, sir? 38. All right. 38.
Carl's new favorite.
Better than 79, definitely.
What's more comfortable? What's more comfortable right now? This topic of your age, Carl, or a stranger hugging you? Which one's more comfortable right now?
I'd really love to hug everyone in the chat room right now. It's a lot better. Let's just all hug. A group hug, everybody. Get together.
Group hug? Yeah.
Oh, everyone hug.
I don't do those, man. I'm
Hug
not
it
a
out,
hugger.
Goose.
I'm
Hug
not a hugger,
it
dude.
out. Hug.
No. Everyone else can. I don't do that nonsense. I'm not into that. I
What
only hug
about
the people.
Vic?
Victor.
Victor, yeah. I mean, it's the sausage man.
Sausage and sage, everybody. All right, so today we're going to start off with Cindy doing her 12 stories of Christmas. Since we have 3 episodes, because the Monday after Christmas, we're not going to do a show on that day. I think everyone should be with their families and enjoy the holiday. Unless I somehow convince Cindy that we should do a short show on Monday. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to take her out to dinner sometime this week and convince you and do a short one, maybe.
Are we going to get that margarita finally?
Oh, yeah, finally. Yeah, I'll get that margarita. Anytime you want to go, I'm in. And if I have to hug to get a margarita, I can do that. I can do that.
Oh, okay.
I will.
Okay.
I should hold a sign that says, I will hug for margaritas on the corner.
Now you're talking.
We'll hug for margaritas. Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm such a
That's festive.
margarita. I'm such a margarita whore. It's unbelievable. Uh,
Mm.
but surely you guys have to have a favorite drink. I mean, do you guys have a favorite drink? I know Carl has his favorite iced coffee that he loves.
Uh-huh.
And would you hug for iced coffee if someone was to put? I mean,
Oh
you would
yeah.
hug for iced coffee. How about you, Cindy? There's got to be a drink that you would say,
Oh,
I'll give a hug.
I like a margarita. I like a mudslide. Those are good. That's kind
You
of
like
like a
that turkey
looks like a
gravy soda? I know that you drank all of that, right? Did you
yeah.
drink all of it after all? Or no,
No, I didn't drink anymore after the show. I
you
just
dumped it
drank what
out.
I drank on the
You
show.
dumped it out. Oh, you saved me.
Actually, I just dumped it out the other day, so I still got the. No, I recycled the bottle.
You were
Or
saving
did
it for
I?
me the next time I came over, weren't you? You wanted me to try that thing.
Yes.
I bet you were.
You, Carl, do
Nope.
you still have the last bottle? Carl, do you? Oh no,
I think
you
I
still have
do.
another bottle? Oh, okay.
Got
'Cause
it.
I know.
I'll drink.
I did.
Did your friend drink it? Did Bruce or what's his name drink it? Was it
No,
Bruce
I
you gave
don't
it
think
to?
Bruce did not try it yet. He said he didn't
Oh,
open it yet. He said it was in the refrigerator, did not try it yet. So
mm.
I was like, I'll
It
tell
might
my.
be. It might have something growing in it by now.
Oh, oh.
Maybe
Hey,
some of the
gravy.
sort of Thanksgiving foods in there, like some green beans or some peas or something.
What are
Yeah.
they saying in there? I would hug
Mashed
for the.
potato.
I would hug for the hell. Well, Steve.
Yeah.
Oh well, buddy. Well, you're. I don't want to say it. I don't want to be mean, but all right. Mine is the old fashioned. Dan would hug for the old fashioned. What?
Hmm.
Jeff. You see what Jeff says in there? And you know what he's
What did
referring
Jeff
to in there? What Jeff said there? Oh, that's hysterical, Jeff. You won't let that go, buddy? Please let that go. Please let that go. I've moved on from that. I would hug for the hell of it. Irene says, what is she saying? Uh, what did Irene say? Hug for what? I would hug for tropical Trulies or a nice margarita. There you go. I can get on board with that. I can get on board with that, Irene.
What about a nice Chianti with fava beans? You know what that's about, Goose?
Yeah, I do. I do.
There you go. That's what he did too, right? He goes,
Yeah. There you go.
Silence of the Lamb. That was one of our trivia questions. I went to trivia Friday night at the KC for the Special Olympics.
Mhm.
We
yeah.
didn't. All we were trying to do was not get last. We weren't anywhere near the top. So
Mm.
yeah, but
You know what'd have been
yeah,
nice. You know what'd have been nice
Joe
though.
Crane was the host.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Cindy. I'm sorry, Cindy. You know what'd have
Joe
been nice.
Crane was the host of the show.
Oh, really? Really, Joe Crane? Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I saw the picture. Yeah, you had a you posted a picture or something, right? Of all you guys, and you guys were up front and center. You said. That's
Yeah,
right.
my brother-in-law gave him $30 to say Code Red. You know, he says you get $30 if you say Code Red, and he did too. It's
No
funny.
kidding.
Yeah,
No kidding.
yeah.
Okay. Huh. What does Joe Crane do now? What's he do now? Other than
Doesn't he work at the museum?
oh, does he? He works at the
I think
museum now.
so.
Oh,
That's
okay.
where he works.
He begs for money on 7th.
Maybe you can hire him, Vic. Perhaps you can hire him for the
He
holiday.
got a job though right away. I mean, he didn't have to wait around. So
Oh, I bet not. I bet not. How long ago was that? That was a few years ago, right? That was
I would think at least 2 years.
yeah, a
I don't
couple of years. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of Joe Crane, Carl?
I am somewhat unaware of Joe Crane, so
He doesn't know Joe Crane. Oh, okay. Joe Crane was like he was a weatherman, wasn't he? Wasn't he a weatherman for
Channel
local
20.
TV station? Yeah, Wand was it Wand or something? A local TV station. He was a local weatherman. So, all right. Moving on, I guess. Sir, you're really pounding that Coca-Cola today.
thirsty, ladies and gentlemen, thirsty.
Are you getting kickback from Coca-Cola?
I am against advertising monies.
Are you trying to fix that door, huh? Still trying to fix that
Actually,
door.
trying to get some new Christmas ornaments. So
Oh.
gotta pound these brews over here.
What, you got a 6-pack next to you of
That's
Coca-Cola?
right. I gotta drink them all, make it look like it's delicious.
All right, it's going to be 12 stories of Christmas. We'll start with you, Cindy, and I will step away from the mic and let you tell your memory, your story, your anecdote. And so we'll start with Cindy, and then it'll be my turn. Then it's Squeeze's turn, and then back to Cindy. All righty, and we're
All right.
finish up with a doozy on one of mine. All right, Cindy. What do you got for us on the 12th day of Christmas? Cindy,
Well, this was
you. What do you got?
okay. This was I call this the story is called Max's Present, and this is my great nephew.
Okay.
When his first Christmas,
So is that
he
your
was
sister, your brothers? No, your sister. You have sisters. Okay. You.
yeah, it was my sister's oldest daughter
Okay.
son. Okay.
Okay.
So I was out Christmas shopping for food and Christmas presents. I was in Aldi's, of all places, going through the aisles, picking up stuff here and there. I see this dancing sloth toy. Well, my niece is a big fan of sloths, even so that the bride and groom on her wedding cake were a sloth couple. So I go ahead and buy it for her son, my great nephew, who was 10 months at the time. Take it home and wrap it. Christmas Day comes. When I wrap the dancing sloth, I write on the label it to my niece's husband. I told him since so far all the presents my niece had opened for the baby, you have the baby shower and all that. So the guy really doesn't ever get to open the presents, usually.
Okay.
So, okay. So I also was his secret Santa that year. So I just put it in with his gifts.
Oh wait, so
So
you're telling me there's a secret Santa as well
I was the secret Santa for him.
for him? For him.
So, and he opened all the other ones up. And then he opened up the last one. I said, open that one last because it was the sloth. So anyway, I just wanted, and I told him that. I said, your wife gets to open all the presents, and it's never ever, usually it's about mom and baby,
Yeah.
So I thought maybe dad should get to open something. So anyway, a few weeks he opened it up, and after I told him that, he kind of looked like he felt like he was a little touched by it. He thought that was kind of cool. So then a few weeks later,
Wait, you get a hug out of that? You get a hug out of that?
no, he's not a hugger. I did get one hug from him after the baby was born that day. He says, I don't usually hug people, Cindy, but I'll hug you, So
There you
anyway, yeah. So a few weeks later, I received a text message. Just wanted to tell you that dancing sloth toy you bought for Max is one of his favorite toys, and he always loves to press the little music button and dance. Thanks. He is lucky to have such a great family. I just thought that was really nice. So
That's on the
you
12th
just never,
day.
yeah,
Go
that's
ahead.
my story.
On
Yeah,
the 12th
I
day of Christmas, we're doing 12 stories of Christmas.
On the first day of Christmas, Cindy bought a sloth. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Victor. Why do we encourage him, guys? Let's not encourage Victor and his sausage and sage for the holidays, please.
That
Not
encouraged
encourage
me.
him. Did it really?
Mhm.
Cindy, okay. I didn't know that. Wait, so what you do Secret Santa with your family, but you do it for the kids only? I don't. Okay, that's what I didn't.
No,
How does it?
the adults draw the names, just the adults, and we buy for all the kids. Everybody buys for the kids, but
and
for
you have
the
to pick your
niece's
Okay.
husband,
your
yeah,
niece's
or I
husband.
call it my nephew, but
Yeah.
whatever.
What's still
Yeah,
your
but that's
nephew? I mean, they're married.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my nephew.
Yeah. All right. So you picked your nephew. And then instead of, like you said, buying for the mother, baby, or what have you, you bought for him and specifically for him.
Yeah, I've got him other gifts that were more related to him, but then I bought the other one. Didn't put Max's name on it. I put his name on it, Dave's. So
Okay.
he would open it
Where did you find the sloth, though?
at Aldi's of all places. Aldi's has some really unique toys
That's
that you
right.
don't see other places.
Oh, that's right.
I
You
don't
were
know
at
if
all.
they get 'em. Yeah.
I'll be darned. Now, when you enter a store, do you usually think of like, oh, this would be a nice gift for so and so? This is a nice gift for so and so.
Sure, why not?
Or did something just pop out at you, like this? You saw the sloth and was like, oh, it just like reminded you of
Yeah, well, I wasn't going shopping for the sloth. It just was right there, and I thought, oh
Mhm.
yeah, they would like this. Yeah.
Hmm. That's a nice story, Carl. I don't know if I can top that one. That's gonna be
Well,
tough, buddy. You started off with a good one. That was a really heartwarming story there, Cindy. I appreciate that. I would appreciate that gift, Carl.
I
I'd
always
love to
love
see the
sloth.
dance.
Yeah,
I
you like
like to
that?
see the I like to see Goose with the dancing to the sloth.
What music did it play? Did it play like a catchy little jingle, or was it
I
what?
actually have not heard. I don't know that I remember. I don't know if I even pushed the button, but he did. The kids
Flop?
are always. If you give a kid a toy anymore, they're
Hmm.
always looking to see there if there's a button to push on it. They're like, "Where's it at? Where's it at?"
Yeah,
They
yeah.
they can work the phone better than you. Give me
They
that
really
phone. I
can.
know what to do.
Yeah, they really can. They really can. All right, so then I guess I'll go next. My on the 12 stories of Christmas, number 11 would be for me is I remember. Okay, here's what I remember. The first story that I'm gonna tell. They'll get better, but the first one is okay. I remember like being younger, and I know my brother touched on this, but like obviously he's older, so he has, and I'm much younger than they are, so and I'm the youngest, so I would have a different perspective, right, of what how he sees things versus how I would see them, right, since I was younger and the baby of the family. Like I saw things from a different perspective. Okay, when because on his show he was talking about you so all right, if the kids are listening, I'm going to say this right now, Irene, if the kids are listening, you might want to tune them away, at this point. Okay, all right, so if there are kids listening, tune them away, tune them out. All right, this is how I found out. Oh, oh no, okay, all right, make sure they stay down there because you don't want uh, Dan, I
Job
don't have any
family
heartworms.
services coming.
Dan, I don't have any heartwarming. Dan, that dude, that's kind of sad, buddy. That's kind of sad. Everyone should have a heartwarming story at least. Even Carl's got one, right? Carl, is it a heartwarming story you're going to tell, or is it a sad story?
This is a well, let's say it's I don't know how to describe this story. I'll just kind of have to hear it, and then we'll I guess
Okay,
we'll pick up the pieces after it's done.
let everyone kind of judge.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're just gonna have to let it rip. It's gonna have to
okay.
be a story that's told, and then we'll unpack it afterwards, perhaps.
Yes, Irene. See, the answer to your question is yes. Yes, Irene. That's why I said tune the kids out. Tune the kids out. Because I'm about ready to tell this story. Yes, Irene. The answer to your question is yes. Um, all right. So you want to tune the kids out? Otherwise, sad to say, mute it, or turn the show off at this point and turn it back on like another 5-10 minutes. Okay, we're done with that. Okay, good. All right. So this is how I found out that there isn't a Santa Claus. Okay, this is
Uh-oh.
how I, like I said, I have a different perspective since I'm younger than they are, and like I said, they were older, and I was the youngest of my family. So for me, like, okay, my mom would always like wrap the presents, single mother, so she would always wrap the presents and hide them in her closet. So she thought. Well, my older siblings, my two of my older siblings, I think it was Ray and Rob, I want to say, who did this. Ray and Rob would go up to the closet, right? And or my mom would set, and they were going up to the closet. I'm like, walking down the hall. I'm like, hey guys, what's going on? And they're like, get out of here, Goose. They'd always get out of here, Goose. And then like I'd hang back, I'd peek around the corner, like, hey, what are those guys doing? What are they doing? And I would see them like open up the presents and like look to see who got what and what they were. And that's like, and I was like, I was always like, like I never really pieced it together. Like I said, I was a young kid. I didn't really piece it together. Uh, and so and then later on, like my mom would then take them and then put them under the tree, right, that night, like you're supposed to. And well, and this was odd too, is we always had Christmas on Christmas Eve, never on Christmas Day. And I was like,
No.
okay, this, and then again, I see my brothers, maybe the presents or the gifts that my mom maybe hid in the car or had at a friend's house or something. So she brought those as well and then set them under the tree. And then I remember my brothers like opening them, when my mom went to bed or whatever, because sometimes she'd work two jobs. She had all these kids, had to feed the family. Yeah, I think this is my family did Christmas Eve as well. The and so like they would open up the presents again, and I'm like, where did all these presents come from? And then like my brothers would say, Goose, you got to stop believing in Santa Claus. These are the presents that we're gonna get, and like we're opening them up because we want to find out what they are. I go, but yeah, you're ruining the surprise though. And I go, and you kind of, I mean, I didn't tell them, never told them. But I'm like, yeah, but you're also ruining the magic that I believe in. You know what I mean? Like you're taking that away from me. But I mean, again, I had a different perspective than they did because I was so much younger than them. But for them, they were older and they were past the point of believing or whatever. And so like, but for me, it was like, not only did they ruin like the belief, that you believe in when you're a kid, but also they like open up the presents, and I was like, okay, well, open up the ones that would be to me. And they opened them up and like, okay, Goose, you're getting this. All right, you're getting this He-Man doll. You're getting this. So they like, in a way, they kind of like spoiled it for me. I was like, okay, not only did you ruin the surprise, you ruined the magic, and now I know what I'm getting. And they're like, Goose, you better act surprised. I'm like, but I'm not gonna be surprised. I don't know what you're saying. I know that He-Man doll's in there. I know what I'm getting. And so it's like Goose, and they were always like, Goose, you gotta act surprised, man. You gotta act surprised. I'm like, okay, great. But when you're a kid, you know what I mean? It doesn't like register. It's just like you want the magic of that, you know what I mean? So that was my story. That was one of my stories. Like I said, it's gonna be a sad one. Kind of, it's sad when you're a kid. I mean, wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say like my brothers kind of took that away from me at
How old were you? How old were you when they did this?
5, 6, maybe years, 7 years old, maybe or something. I still believe, like it was magic. But like I said, they were older and they were just thinking, hey, did I get that new Atari game? Did I get that? For them, they were just thinking, did I get that Atari game? Did I get it? Did I get it? You know what I mean? Did I get that Speed Racer? Did I get whatever I wanted? You know what I mean? They weren't really thinking outside of that. And so, like,
On the second day of Christmas, Goose told a lie and said he bought a slot from Aldi.
no, Goose did not tell a lie. That was the truth. That was the truth, sir. That was the truth. And that's like how I found out is like they were opening, but they rewrapped them, you know what I mean? They rewrapped, they peeled the tape back and they opened them up and then they peeled, they put the tape back on. I mean, I was like, okay, this is what this is. Oh wow. But yeah, so like yeah, that's what happened in my story. That was my story. I won my first one. So that was sausage and sage, Vic. There you go, sausage and sage. But that's how I found out. Kind of like you know what I mean. It was like they were opening, but like I said, like as a kid, you didn't really piece it all together. Like I said, we did Christmas on Christmas Eve rather than Christmas Day, and I never understood that really. But and then we did like my mom would have all the presents in the closet, or some of them ones, or like hid at a friend's house or something. She later told me. And what is that? What are they saying in there?
One time at band
Dan
camp.
said you were 17. Jeff said Dan said you were 17 when it happened.
Oh boy. Thank you, Dan. That was funny. That was always funny. But yeah, so that was my story. And that's how I, put it all together. I'm like, okay, there isn't really this magic on Christmas. There isn't you know but I still remember like and then I saw my brothers like eating the cookies. Like, my mom would make cookies and send them out.
Oh
You know,
man.
but
Wow.
my brothers would like they would like eat them, and I saw them eating them, and I was like, why the hell are you guys eating cookies, man? You can't be eating those cookies. And so yeah, and I was like, okay, well, they're opening up the gifts. We already have the gifts, and they're eating the cookies. Okay, I'm piecing it together. Okay,
No.
yeah, so that's kind of how I found out.
Mm.
And for me, that's my first story. So on the 10th uh,
11th day.
story, no, well, on the 10th, because that was the 11th, right? Cindy's with us 12th. Mine was the 11th. And on the 10th story day of Christmas, Carl has a story to tell. It is Carl's turn to tell a story.
And now for something completely different.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Right. Prepare yourselves.
I
All right.
will, sir. I will.
And so we begin. Christmas story. This is a story, like a story, short story. All right.
Okay. I got one of those too.
Ooh,
Yeah, go ahead.
very nice. What kind of Adam's family shit is this supposed to be? A man said to his wife right in front of us, just as I was about to crow to the director of the foundation that I work for about how well I'd done with this year's entry to the cornucopia of trees. We exchanged a nervous glance, and as soon as they were gone, we stepped forward into their vacant spot and mutually took a gander at my work. Black bulbs interconnected in a spider web of lacy doilies surmounted at the top by a shiny black Christmas star.
Sir, is this a true story or are you reading from a book?
It's based on true events, Goose.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Loosely based on true events.
Okay, loosely. Okay. And
I'm reading from my own book of experience,
a
Goose.
memoir. You're writing a memoir? Are you?
Yes. Squeeze the memoir. Okay, so this is the director of the foundation speaking. It's a quotation. He says, "Where did you get the idea for this? All of this?" He gesticulated frantically at my tree, as though he was trying to bridge time and space in order to try to understand where on earth I was coming from with my Christmas tree design. Maybe my teammates shouldn't have let me go it alone this year. I looked around the room for some sort of cue that could help me to explain, but everything was quite plain and ordinary. There were tons of children riding a small train over to a Santa Claus who already had a line of children forming, waiting anxiously to tell him all of their Christmas wishes. Over to another side of the room, numerous parents, grandparents, and kids all snacked merrily on gingerbread man cookies and either vast mugs of cocoa or steaming hot cups of coffee. Okay, this is the director again. He's going to say some more stuff. Is this a live tree? You were supposed to use one of those fake ones. Look, everybody else has a fake one. I was anticipating a much different response to the blood, sweat, and tears I had put into this year's entry, as I had been applying my guy liner while I was listening to Sisters of Mercy and decorating my tree.
I feel like while you're telling the story, Cindy, I kind of feel like maybe you do too. I feel like he should be using an accent almost like a British, an older British accent, perhaps, while he's telling the story.
Yeah.
While he's
Yeah.
reading this book.
I could try to. It might add a level of difficulty, though.
Okay.
Let's get through this, and then I'll work on that for the next one.
Okay.
Do you at least like the lights I ventured? Black. The lights are black. The tinsel is black. As a matter of fact, the only thing on this tree that isn't black are these weird spiderweb-looking things, he pointed at the doilies, and whatever sort of brownish, furry-looking lump this is supposed to be. Now this really caught my eye. I had not put a dark, brownish, furry-looking lump of a decoration onto my Christmas tree, and I squinted my eyes and got just a little bit closer to it, trying to figure out what it was. And that's when it moved. And I saw its beady black eyes staring right back at me, trying to figure out what I was. Before I could think, move, or say anything, it was aloft. And I gazed down to see every child who was paying any attention whatsoever jaws drop in bewildered unison as I heard an unknown voice say, "There is a bird in here. Somebody let a bird in." But that was no bird. What's happening? It flew over to the cafeteria section, emptying several tables in the process, and then it flew back towards the trees, causing a young lady who had been carrying a quarter-sheet pan of gingerbread cookies to an expectant family to instead drop the entire thing on the floor and scramble ineffectually for cover. "Stay here, kid. I've got this," Santa said as he abruptly stood up, replacing himself with the surprised youth there in Santa's chair. In one deft movement, he emptied Santa's sack full of presents onto the floor next to the chair and headed towards the bat. In his haste, unfortunately, Santa smashed right through Ray Lytle's morning disasters tree, scattering silver tinsel and threads and kiss memorabilia all over the floor, and sausage and sage. Just then,
There you go, Victor. There you go, Victor.
Just then, the bat flew directly towards Santa, and moving rapidly towards it and holding his sack open overhead, he caught the bat and held the bag close with one hand as he ran towards the clearly marked exit sign. As the children cheered, everyone watched him as he freed the bat outside and then walked back through the doors saying, "All in a day's work for Santa." Everyone applauded, everyone except the director, who turned his eyes to me and said, "This is a PR nightmare. At the Farley Foundation, we have a very controlled mission."
At what foundation? I'm sorry, what foundation?
Hold on, let me start
Farley.
fresh.
Chris's relative.
Everyone except for the director applauded, who turned his eyes to me and said, "This is a PR nightmare. At the Farley Foundation, we have a very controlled mission. Counsel and care for any overweight comedians who may be in potentially greater risk of self-destruction than other more well-adjusted celebrities." "What are you looking at? What is it?" Mid-diatribe, I had noticed that perhaps in sympathetic vibration with the fact that I was mere moments away from being fired, my beautiful black trimmed Christmas tree had begun to catch fire. "Oh my God," he said, turning to see. "Did you water the tree?" "You're supposed to water them," I replied. The end.
It was nicely read, sir. It was not, but I think maybe Cindy, because the story that you told, I think maybe one of these things are not like the other in that
A theme today.
brilliance.
On the
Okay.
third day of Christmas, Carl gave to me something about a cornucopia. Goose is a liar,
No, true story.
and Cindy bought a slot from Aldi.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Victor.
Brilliant, Victor.
No, it is not. All right. Cindy, the story you told is a memory, correct? It was a touching story that you told, which
Yes.
was you giving a gift specifically for your nephew, your
Mhm.
great nephew, right?
Nephew, yes.
The story I told was true, because I did catch them opening and rewrapping the gifts, or retaping them, and they did catch them eating the cookies.
Are you saying Santa didn't do what I said he did? Because Santa's a hero.
Uh,
Now, when we were told about our stories, we didn't have to say they were true. That was not mentioned. It just said scary or funny. Or whatever.
Heroic, triumphant,
Yeah.
magnificent, Christmas themed.
you know what?
That
sir?
was really Christmassy.
I
Mine
think
was
you're
real
missing the point of what I was trying to go for, sir. But I did enjoy the story.
That's
And
the
I'll
main
probably-
thing.
You know
That's
what?
the magic of Christmas.
I will re-listen to that story maybe a few times when I rewatch this show.
You
I will
should. It's better
probably
every time.
re-listen to that story. And okay, Cindy, if you please, on the ninth story day of Christmas, if you're pleased, we had 12, 11, 10, and now we're up to number 9. Number 9 stories of Christmas. Cindy, if you're ready, please go ahead.
Ready.
A pin.
Okay. This story is called Toys in the Trunk.
Boys in the
So
Trunk.
we are Toys in the Trunk. We are sitting at home on Christmas Eve. I was a teenager at the time, sitting around the television, probably watching some Christmas story. My aunt calls and says she can't get into her truck. Dad and I go over to find out what was going on. Dad looks at the lock on the trunk. He was unable to open it. My cousin Sean, Christmas toys were inside. We're like, now what? Dad asked my Aunt Donna if he could remove part of the back seat, and she says, okay. So Dad manages to get the seat off, or part way off, far
Wait,
enough so that
how old were you when this takes place? How old were you?
teenager,
You were just a
probably,
teen.
probably 13, well, 12, 13.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Dad managed to get the seat off far enough to open that I can crawl inside the trunk and hand the toys out. We got all the toys out of the car and inside. Then Aunt Donna asked if we could stay and help unwrap the presents. So we went inside and wrapped the presents. That's it.
And that's it?
That's it.
So, so you helped wrap the presents.
Yeah. And then we went home and got them out of the trunk.
It says Ray on the screen. I know it says Ray on the screen. But
does.
I try not to mess with this stuff. It probably says Ray every week, but I try not to mess with it because whether I do or I don't, I'm gonna get blamed. So I just leave stuff alone. You know what I mean? That's all I do.
On the fourth day of Christmas.
Oh, boy. Ninth, Vic. Ninth, Vic.
Right.
Cindy's dad stripped the car. Carl talked about a cornucopia. Goose is a liar.
No, true.
And Cindy bought a slot from Aldi.
Thank you, Victor. And we were supposed to mention what, Cindy? We were supposed to what? We're supposed to give him a shout out for what?
Sage and sausage.
Sausage and sage. Right,
Sausage
Carl?
and sage. Sausage and sage. Now
Sausage
on
and
sale.
Now we're on sale. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Victor.
Okay.
Okay. On the oh wait, how many? Wait, how many should we do today then? Because that's wait. So this is going to be the last one, right? This would be the last one, right? Because that'll make 4. We're going to do 4 a day, right?
So we've done 4.
I told
We've
one,
already done
and
4.
then no. What do you mean? Oh, we told 4 already.
You did 2. I did 1, and you did 1.
Okay, so that's 4 right there.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now I would. Okay, that's 4 right there. So we're gonna do 4 a day. All right. So the next 4 will be next week, right? Will be next week. I see what you're saying. Are you gonna be? Wait. So someone's gonna have to tell 2 next week, right? Because Cindy told 2, so she's got 2 left. Which you and I, Carl, have 2. I got 3. We got 3 left. I got 3 left. So one of us are gonna have to tell 2.
No problem.
Yeah.
We can do this.
Yeah.
We can
Well,
do this.
maybe I'm gonna write. Maybe I'm gonna read something, and then I'll share that, Carl.
Easily, you could, I mean, write an
I could
epic
just,
poem, or
I could just edit the story that you told, perhaps.
you could totally add your own elements to it and read it
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Just
add my
mix
own
it up. Mix it up, Goose.
I will. I'll put a spin on it. How's that, sir?
You should put a spin on my story and see where it takes you. It could be
All right.
completely your own version. They could have pretzels instead of gingerbread man
Sleep.
cookies.
Goose and the 8 tiny puppies instead of 8 tiny reindeer.
Yeah.
You know, you can't win. You cannot win in that chat room. You cannot. Even when you win, you lose. Oh well. Irene was commenting
Sorry,
because I put okay, we're up to number 9, and then Irene goes down to number 9. She goes 9 is less than 12. Well, okay, you're right, Irene. 9 is less than 12. You're right. All right, but here's something that got me too the other day. One of these things didn't really get me because I got this one. This one I actually got. All right. If a farmer has 12 chickens that lay eggs,
Okay.
and you take away 8 of them, how many
Okay.
chickens lay eggs? I left. Does he Google this? Are you Googling these answers, sir? Are you Googling these answers? How many? No, how many? No, maybe. Okay, let me read this question again. If a farmer has 12 chickens and those chickens lay eggs, okay,
Mhm.
and you, I have to read that question later, but it was
Is the answer 12?
no. The
Is the
answer was
answer 12?
no. The
But
answer was
they all still lay eggs even though they're not there.
yeah. That's what I thought at first too. But the answer was actually
Oh, it's a trick
the answer.
question.
Yeah, the answer because the way it was read, I gotta find some of these. I really gotta find some of these and keep them. I always read them and then I never save them, but I really got to start saving them. But the answer was actually 8 because you're physically walking away with 8 of the chickens. So you have 8 chickens that lay eggs.
That's not how Grandma did it. Grandma
No.
just knocked.
How many chickens did you guys have back in the day? Like how many?
Oh, I don't know how many she had.
A bunch of them? Like
Probably over 100, I would think.
hmm,
Maybe 200. I don't know. It was. She had they had a extra building for it. So yeah.
hmm, hmm. All right. Here's a memory I'd like to share of that's really what I had planned, but I thought it was going to go longer, guys, than just an hour. We've only been on for like an hour, right? 50 minutes or whatever. Yeah, 50 some minutes. But
It's pretty small for us, yeah.
it really is. I really thought it was going to go longer a little bit, but I thought it was interesting. I think it would have went longer had the original idea of telling 4 stories. But I think
If
this
I'd
worked
had
out.
the,
What's
if
that?
I'd had the cops show up thinking we were breaking into the car, maybe I added that into it. Didn't have to be true. I just put it on.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I
Yeah.
was thinking. It was like, hmm, I don't get it. What are they saying in there? I don't get it.
I'm confused by the comments
Yeah, I am
mostly.
too. Yeah, so am I. It's like they're chatting amongst each other at this
Which
point,
is fine. Which is
which
fine.
is fine. I mean, that's what the chat room's for, I guess.
Why is Christina disappointed? I don't understand.
Yeah, I didn't get that comment. Maybe they're talking amongst themselves. Some kind of maybe they're talking in code, perhaps, sir. Maybe talking in code.
We're maybe not up on the conversation.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
I'm thinking we're missing something, perhaps.
Yeah.
But what other? I got it sorry when I was like, oh yeah, I read that one, Jay. I read that one already. I read that one already. All right, but sir, are you in the same room that you were last week, or do you have multiple trees in your home?
I have 2 trees at the present moment, but this is my podcasting tree. So this, if you see a tree, it will be this tree. Same tree as last year, or last year. It's the same tree as last week, not last year.
Is it the same tree as last year?
It isn't even the same tree as last year, so I don't know where that came from. But I guess we were talking a lot about years,
Yeah.
So
So it's a real tree. It's not artificial.
That's a
it
real
is
tree.
artificial. No, my story was all about a real tree, but this one is a not real.
Not real tree.
So you got a new tree.
You got a new artificial tree.
Well, I mean, it's the same as that one that was out here last week, and then there's artificial one in the back room too. The place where I did probably the second and third podcasts,
Oh,
episodes 2 and 3 respectively of our series were taken back where the tree was recently installed. Yesterday, maybe the day before.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So we got a little tree back there, but it's not nearly as photogenic as this one. Not even close.
Well, you said it's going to be a busy week for you, like a crazy week for you that week. When does the holiday season get started for you and your family, sir? When do you guys start making the cookies and making,
I don't know. I think we are kind of like in it now. I think anytime between December 1st and Christmas, there's some sort of holiday activity, some sort of purchase or shopping excursion, or it's just mayhem as soon as December hits.
Is it just busy for you guys?
Insanity.
Yeah. When are you not busy though, Cindy? Is that what I'd like to ask? When is he not busy? Doesn't he
I thought
seem
you were
like every
asking
week the
Cindy if
guy?
she wasn't busy, or when was she not busy?
Retirement is, it can be busy too. You're not always just sitting at home.
Hardly ever.
Yeah. We was Hope and I went to the Wild Canine Rescue had an outing on Saturday out at Green Hyundai on South Sixth, and you could buy. They were selling not donuts, cookies to raise money, and you could also get your picture taken with Santa Claus. So Hope was on Santa's lap, and I was sitting next to him on a chair, and we got our picture taken. So we already been out doing some more Christmas stuff.
Hope did well with that, sitting on
Oh, oh yeah.
Anna's lap.
I think she was a little taken in because all the other dogs were there. So she wasn't her usual jumping up on him. She sat there pretty good, but usually when we go places, she barks, and when she barks, she has a beagle bray. You can hear her all over the place, but
Mm.
a little more subdued. There was more dogs than I think she wanted to be around, but she was good. She was a good girl.
Yeah, good. Good.
Yeah.
Hmm. How long ago was that?
Saturday.
Oh, you took her. Have you taken her like every year that you've had her?
We've gotten our picture taken somewhere. A lot of times we go out to Lake Town over there, the animal hospital over there, the vet place on Stevenson. If
Mm-hmm.
they have really nice background, and then I get my sister's, my daughter's family and her children and husband in the picture. It's a great background. It's good for a Christmas card, and doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, will you post some of those pictures? Are you going to post some of those pictures, or?
I will I've got a few of them, but uh, I'll post the other one when it comes in. I think they got a better angle than what that my friend took, so I'm hoping.
Did Carl and
They
I
could-
make your Christmas card list? And did you guys already send out Christmas cards? Are you guys sending
I
them
don't
out
have
today?
I don't have either one of your addresses, so no, and I haven't sent them out yet. So I will though.
Oh.
You could just show it to us on the show. Just be like, "Merry Christmas, it's internet
Yeah,
Christmas."
just get one card and show it to both of us. There you go. And then,
Yeah,
yeah, maybe I'll do the same thing. I'll do the same thing.
I'll send one to Ray. I got Ray's address. I'll send Ray a card.
You're gonna send one to him?
No, I don't have your address, so you can't get it unless I give it to you at dinner. I could do that.
Okay. Well, it's been a while since we went to dinner. To be honest, that's been a while. We will have
Yeah.
to do that. We will have to do that. And you, sir, would you be available for dinner this week, or is it from? I know you said from December 1st to Christmas. It's
Presumably,
crazy.
it could happen. Yeah, it could happen. I don't see why not. I'm gonna carve some time out of my holiday. Carve some time out of the old Advent calendar there for you guys.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir.
I'll
Thank
mark you with the candy cane. You
you.
can use it to stir your margarita with, perhaps.
Is that a
That's
Canada
gross.
Dry you're drinking and not a Coca-Cola? I thought that was a Coca-Cola you're drinking. A Canada Dry.
Same kind you had before, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Berry. Yeah.
I like to drink iced coffee when I'm on here with you guys, but I think I'm out.
Oh, you know what I didn't.
but-
You know what I like, and I didn't like it when I was younger, but I like it now. Is eggnog. Do you guys like eggnog at all?
I always look forward to it. Then I drink it, and I'm like, oh man, I don't know how much of this I can drink, but it's
Actually, I
intense.
used to like it, but I haven't had it in a while. I don't know if I like it still or not.
Oh, I'm gonna pick some up today. Oh yeah, Irene said she loves eggnog. I love eggnog. Man,
It's
I gotta
pretty
get
good.
that. Yeah.
Once I get it though, I'm like, oh man, I'm good for a little while, you guys.
You know what I brought in? I brought in near Thanksgiving, around Thanksgiving, a few weeks ago. There, I brought in.
It is a cranberry ginger ale.
Oh, it is cranberry ginger ale. Oh, there you go.
You had it last time too, remember?
I
did?
did. That
You
was
didn't have it last time.
blackberry flavored one.
Oh, so you're not buying 6-packs. You're buying the cases.
Yeah, I'm into the big case for my Yuletide ginger ales this year.
Is that what the kids drink too? Does everyone in the house drink ginger ale? They like it or no?
Me and my wife, we like the ginger ales.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They're not as into it.
No, the kids drink the pops, do they?
Not that much.
Not that much. No. Because I remember being younger, like, well, we didn't really have a lot of it, but like, or even when, as I got older and my nephews and nieces were, younger, I remember everyone like we would always go to Ray's house, and like everyone would open up a thing of pop or whatever, and they drink it. They drink like maybe 1 or 2 sips, then set it down, and then probably forget that it was theirs, or maybe forget that it was there, and then like open up another one. And I was like, "Wait, you got one over here, man?" And they're like, "Well, that's not mine." I'm like, "Yeah, that's yours." Anyways, I remember it being a bit of an issue, and then I think they had to cut them off, all the kids off. Like, okay, no more until you finish what you got there. And I think they ended up having to put their names on them or something. I was like, okay, just put
There
your
you
name
go.
on it, and then
Right,
this
right.
won't happen. And
You gotta finish this old flat soda you opened 3 days ago, or you can't have any new ones. Yeah,
boy, you're a
I've had
tough
that
dad,
problem
dude.
too. Because I'll drink the whole thing. I'm on
Yeah.
Team Goose with this one. I will
Thank you,
totally
sir.
drink the whole thing, but
Finally, you're on Team Goose. Finally.
finally come around. We're both soda finishers. Drives
I
us to
don't. I don't drink pop though, right, Cindy? I don't drink it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I do not. Stop that. I don't drink
He
it.
drinks that supposedly sugar-free lemonade. I bet it's got sugar in it too, right?
No, it's not the sugar. I
Definitely
said I just gave up
sugar
pop.
free.
I drink lemonade because it's the sweeter. But if the restaurant doesn't have lemonade, then I go to Sprite. So that's what I do.
Mhm.
My story, I'm sticking to it. You're not going to convince me otherwise. But all right, guys, I appreciate it today. I know it's a short show today. It was a short show today. I was hoping it was going to be a little bit longer. Then perhaps our novelist over there could write a better story, a more longer story, not a better story, but a longer story. And you got to tell. Am I going to tell 2 of them, or did you? Oh wait, yeah, you got it. One of us
I
got to
got
tell 2,
3 yet.
and I
You
got
got
3.
2 left, or you got 3?
I got 3. I got 3 left. You got 3 left, and then Cindy has 2
So I need
left.
to do 2 next time.
Okay, and then the following. Okay, then the following week I do 2, and then Cindy, because Cindy, you're gonna do 1 for next week and the week after, right? You're gonna do 1 each, and then Carl, you're gonna do 2 next week, and then I will do 1, and then I'll do 2 on the last episode before the holiday break,
That sounds
and then
good.
that's another thing, guys. Are we gonna do? Did we ever decide? Okay, are we gonna 2 things? Are we gonna decide on a logo after all, or are we just gonna
I thought
go
we
with
already had
whatever?
one.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
thought maybe we were going to change it or something. Weren't we going to change that logo?
We all have to like arm wrestle over it.
Which one are we doing? The one that you got the little funky hat on? That one? The little army hat or whatever it is?
Huh? I don't know that one. What are you talking about?
I thought there was one that Carl and I had these little green hats on, and you had like a more colorful one.
Isn't that called a pith helmet or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Yeah. It's called a
Yeah.
pith.
You were wearing one of those hats with the fruit in it.
What am I? I'm a
He was wearing
banana and I'm here to say. Yeah, no, not that one. Not
Oh,
that
that-
one. No, we
he
didn't
was
like
wearing
that.
a cornucopia on his head.
That's a good callback, right?
Oh my god.
Definitely not
Oh
that.
my
No.
god. Why don't
Oh
you
my-
just put up all the emblems from all the logos from the shows? There you
Little
go.
panda bear, love a panda.
That is a really cool panda. That's a really
is.
cool panda. I like their logo. I think their logo is the coolest logo of all of them, to be honest. That's
Yes,
the
I do
coolest
too.
logo of all of them. I mean, I thought Stained was funny. I thought that was funny. Andy, not a creeper. I like that one too, actually. I
Yeah.
thought that was funny. I showed
Yeah,
that
that
to
was a good
Bruce.
one.
And Bruce is like, he's like, this guy gives out candy. I'm like, no, Bruce, it's fake. It's phony. It's He goes, oh. I'm like, no, he's not visiting, kindergarten schools and giving out candy, Bruce. It's fake. It's phony, Bruce.
They're
That's
getting
like
after
that,
you,
like-
Big Goose.
What's that? That's
Yeah,
like
they're
Matt Carroll.
picking
Go
They're
ahead.
picking on you again. They're picking on you again. So in the chat room.
What's his name? Jeff's funny, dude. I know he's like ripping on me, but I find his humor humorous.
I do too. I do
don't
too.
think
I
Jeff
do
is
too.
mean spirited, but I think he's really funny. The
Yeah.
times I've heard him on that show with the smoke signals, I think he's really funny.
Mhm.
And I like Bubba too. I don't know if you ever heard that. Have you ever heard smoke signals, Carl? Do you ever get an opportunity to listen yet?
I haven't yet.
Haven't yet. Haven't yet. But
Turn it on now.
aren't you a Patreon member now? Aren't you a subscriber?
5 guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, you what level are you, Cindy? What
I should move up to 5. I haven't. I'm still on 3.
you're
I
five?
can-
What which one are you, Carl? You're 5? Oh wow. Oh wow. I think I'm 5 too, I think. I don't know. What's 5? What does 5 cost?
20.
20? It's $20 a month?
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm that one. Whatever $20 a month is, I'm that one. I think it's 5.
You just slide it to me, and I'll give you a password. Get it for free. You just slide that money to me.
I don't think that's how that works, Vic.
That's
And
not free.
I don't
You're
think
giving you the
that's how that works. And it's not free if I'm paying you, Vic. I don't think that's
Don't
how that
tell
works.
Big Man. Hey,
Maybe we should tell Ray this before you make side deals, perhaps, Vic. So Vic, if you can do me if Vic can do me one favor before we end the show with the topic I had. So are we going to decide maybe for the new year we can decide on a logo, guys? And Carol, didn't you
Okay.
send me a logo? Wasn't it you or Cindy that sent the logo in our group chat that we
I
do?
thought we got one in the group chat. I think Christina's in it.
Was that Christina that sent it? I thought you made one though, Carl or Cindy. I thought one of you guys
did.
made one.
Mine were all aspiring to be Christina's. As I recall, I think it was Christina that was the one that came up with the magnificent logo that mine was trying to veer towards.
Mhm.
Didn't ever quite get there.
Mhm.
So close.
Why can't we just have a goose that's being pinched and
And hugged. And hugged.
and squeezed? Why can't we just have a goose that's being pinched and squeezed?
I guess
You
we
know.
could potentially.
Wouldn't that
Hmm.
could you work on something like that, Carl? Could you drum up something like that?
Seems like it might be a challenge. I feel like that goose is gonna look like he's not having a very good time because he's probably gonna be like squished and also getting pinched. You know.
sounds like he's being assaulted.
Yeah, goose is grandparents.
Well, that's how I feel sometimes on these shows, Ray, that I do. Sometimes I feel like that.
The goose is like, Grandma, Grandpa, stop squeezing and pinching my face.
No, I feel like that some days. Oh well. Hey guys, I want to thank you for your stories, but also not only the thing. So I'd really like to work on it sometime. Maybe I'll finagle with that myself a little bit tonight. Maybe I'll do something with that this week. And also, what else was I going to mention? There's something else I really wanted to mention. All right. So do you think that maybe we could do the day after New Year's, which is a Monday? Do you see that? Did you see that I'm working on Christmas Carol? And I'm the only sucker apparently in the office that bid on that worm. I'm the only.
I appreciate you, sir.
No, you do not. You.
I do.
No,
I
you
worked
do
that
not.
day. So if it wasn't for you, I'd be there. I would be
Really?
there if it wasn't for you. That's why I got to get you a pizza or something.
I'm
Or
feeling
pizza
sick.
for this
man.
guy.
I'm feeling sick, and maybe I might be sick around the 25th. Dude, no.
I'm gonna buy this guy a pizza, maybe even a margarita. Just things that
I
eat
I
us.
try to stay away from pizzas as much
Maybe-
as possible. But
Maybe a burrito
what's a
and a
burrito?
margarita.
What's a burrito?
It's a burrito, but it's mispronounced.
Oh,
You made a
I know.
burrito.
Is
Sausage.
it made with sausage and sage, Vic? I wonder if you make sausage and sage burritos.
Sausage and sage. Sausage and sage is available now.
Thank you.
Sausage and chorizo is available for what you're talking about.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Victor. I wonder if Victor can run down the what do we go down to? We went from 12 to 9, right? 12 to 9 stories of Christmas that we have. I appreciate that. So I did want to work on the logo though, guys. You think maybe for the new year we can have a nice logo? Because we haven't had our logo up in the top right corner for a while, right?
Wouldn't it be like a Christmas gift more than a New Year's thing, or do you think we have to start off the new year with a logo?
I don't know. I don't know. Are you guys planning on being my co-host for the new year, or
Yeah, I mean we're the troop.
you are the
Yeah.
truth? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see?
Okay.
Did you see? Jeff said that. Thanks, you guys. This show makes dusting tolerable. You're welcome.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Uh,
Anything I could do.
so clean.
I'm such the. I'm usually the butt of his jokes. Every joke that he tells, usually. So thank you, sir. Why am I thanking that guy? Just he put, I appreciate you as much as Brian does at your trivia answers.
It's high praise. That's really high praise.
That is high praise, sir. Thank you, Joe. See what I mean, every joke is. Oh well, what am I gonna do, Cindy? Maybe I'll go have a margarita. I got the day off. What else am I gonna do today?
That's right. That's
You-
the
I got
spirit.
the day off. I
Yeah,
have the day off.
you want to join me for a margarita?
Burrito.
Real quick?
Have a burrito. Have a margarita.
We
Sure,
will.
I'll be too. Where you want to go now, or you want to wait a little while?
Yeah, I'm gonna go now. I got like I said, I'm gonna pick up some eggnog. 'Cause my mom had a hankering for eggnog, and so did I. And then I don't, I don't know about you, but I only drink like a little bit of it. I like a small glass of it goes a long way for me. I mean, I like it. Yeah.
Now you're talking.
Do you mix eggnog with any alcohol? Can you do that? Maybe I was thinking that for a cocktail with cocktail and trivia night.
Scroll back in the chat. There's a lot of great
You can do whiskey or
bourbon.
something.
Oh, really? They put some stuff in the chat today about with eggnog.
Oh, there's something in the chat. Oh, can you search the chat? Does anybody know?
Yeah, I got it.
Type in bourbon.
How about I just search?
Bourbon.
How about I just search Google? Would that help me? Perhaps Google that up.
Irene says I'm Edgar Allan Poeing it. That's a turn of phrase right there. I might use that in my next story.
Okay.
There was a
maybe
man who was Edgar Allan Poeing it.
Edgar Allan. Were you Edgar Allan Poeing it? What were you reading from? Sir?
100%. My own
100%.
short story that I wrote.
Yeah, Edgar Allan
Yeah.
Poe. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-listen to this later tonight or tomorrow, perhaps when I'm at work. I am gonna break down your story, sir.
You should do your own spin. You should spin it.
Yeah, you think so? Well, I have like 3 more accurate stories, sir. Truthful stories, Victor. Truthful stories.
It sounded like it had a little Batman in it, little Spider-Man in it.
There were some spiders. There were some
Yeah.
all kinds of. It was a lot of very superheroic.
At
Yes.
first, I thought you were like reading the like from Christmas Vacation. Remember, there was like a squirrel in the thing. I
There's
thought
a
you were
little
like
bit of that in there.
reading like a transcript of like for the for the actors. You're supposed to act this way, or whatever. And
It was an amalgam of true events, blended into a concoction of entertainment, high entertainment value.
It was that. I mean, you had Cindy and I captivated, right, Cindy? We were just
Yes.
listening to the story. At what point, Cindy, did you know? Like what? Not what you know, but like at what point did you say, okay, Carl is reading?
It wasn't long.
It
It wasn't long.
Yeah, well, my eyes were completely off of the
You were
camera.
like down like this and all.
Yeah, I was doing some acting a little bit. I'm not a very good actor, but I was.
Yeah,
doing-
it'd be great if you used an old British. I'm sorry, what was that, sir? Was that, sir?
Oh, would you like an old British accent
Well,
next time?
I mean, if you're gonna read from, Edgar Allan Poe or something, yeah, sure. Why not put a spin on it?
I could try to do an Alan Moore accent. He's got a very soothing voice.
Okay.
You ever heard
Okay.
his voice before? He talks really low.
Yeah.
Edgar Allan Poe was American.
He was.
Yeah, but I mean, the
He was
story.
from Baltimore.
Yeah, but the story he was reading was. Yeah, but the story you were reading seemed like it was.
Old timey.
Yeah, like it was like something out of a British story that would have happened.
Well, Edgar Allan Poe. I just learned this yesterday. Apparently, according to the internet, I haven't verified this yet, but apparently he was a big fan of Charles Dickens, and Charles Dickens, I guess, had a pet raven. So the Raven poem, I guess, may be based on the pet raven of Charles Dickens. So he was very obviously influenced by British literature,
He was
So
obvious. He was also addicted to heroin.
I think, yeah, it seems right. He died really
Really?
young too.
Is that
didn't he?
true? That was true.
Heroin.
Oh wow.
He died of heroin.
Oh,
A
man.
heroin addict.
Yikes!
Did he ever?
That's
Did
not
you ever
Christmas.
send any sausages his way, sausage and sage his way to his family? Perhaps.
If I were alive, I would have taken care of the pose.
You're taking care of all the popes.
Yep.
All right.
He'd have fed that raven.
Quote the Raven, nevermore.
So is that where it came from? The
Elsewhere.
raven? The bird, the bat, the raven?
The bird, the raven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cask of Amontillado.
Yeah. Mask of the
wow.
Red Death over here.
Oh
I would've-
wow.
Hmm.
I would have sealed Goose up in a room with a bunch of bricks. I would have put him in a room.
Here's your little thing of eggnog.
Yeah, here. Don't
Slide it
worry,
under the
pass
door.
out.
Oh,
Hope it's old Jehovah.
There you go. Oh,
Old
Joe.
Jehovah till next Christmas. Here's your eggnog.
Is that
See
your
you in
Bo- Is that your
365.
Boston? Is that your Boston accent?
It was.
Or yeah, your New York Brooklyn accent? Hold you over.
It might be a combination of all those.
Combination of little two. All right, guys. I thank you very much. Cindy, where we going? Where we want to go?
I don't care. Where you want to go?
All right.
You're the margarita expert, supposedly.
well, okay. Well, then I'll text you where we're gonna go. I'll text you where
Okay.
we're going. All right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. You had a great story for us, Carl, that you read for us. Cindy, I appreciate the two stories that you gave us from your memoirs. And once
I do
again,
have a story that is not mine, like
Okay.
Carl's.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
See what you started, Carl. See what you
It's not.
started.
It's not homemade. Just say it's not. It's not my memory. It's someone
It's not
else's story.
Okay, well that works too, right? It's only we're just counting down the 12 stories of Christmas.
Taking all
Is that what we're
comers here.
All right, so next week you're going to do 2, correct? You're going to do 2, Carl.
Oh, yeah. Was I doing 2? Yes. I'll do 2
Yeah, you're doing
next
2 next week, and then I'll do 2 the
Sure.
following week, and Cindy just does 1 each week. Cindy, you're gonna have a lot of time to write a nice little story, and
I've already got mine written. I thought we were going to do 4 today, so I was going to be ready no matter who was going first. So
oh really? So you got all 4 of yours
right.
ready?
yeah,
You know, Carl, what kind of slackers? You know.
Tell me about it. I'm a real slacker. I'm like 1.5. You've got more than me, so. But you can
how
see
many
the
you guys?
difference, you know.
What's that?
You got all 4 of yours written?
Yeah, mine are done.
Oh, okay, because that's what you said. You had all 4 done. I thought.
I don't write them. I don't need to write them. They're memories of mine that I have. So I just share memories that I have or stories, you know, from when I was a kid or from when once something happens to me, you know. And one of them's about, like I said, I have another story about my bike. I have another story that I got for Christmas. Then I have another story about a dating story. Oh my God. I almost got my butt kicked on that one. That was close.
Sounds action packed.
And then I have a
That's like the date he went on, the biker girl, and get both at once.
no boy, no, yeah. I'm not gonna go out with that woman ever again, dude. I'm done with that one. That one scared the hell out of me. But any woman that can beat me up, Carl, I don't know your rule before you got married, but any woman that can beat me up, I tend to stay away from. I'm not gonna date a woman like that. If you can beat me up, I don't want any part of you.
Sounds like you're erring on the side of caution. It seems
Thank
wise.
you, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm well on my way, right,
That's right. You're on your way, Goose.
to living alone. Thank you, sir. All righty, guys. I appreciate it.
You got
On that note, time to end the show.
On that note, all I want is my margarita. All I need is my margarita and my UV blue and lemonade, which I sometimes
Sprite.
put Sprite in.
Yeah. Might be a Sprite.
right.
All right.
The
All right.
non-soda. Yeah.
All right, guys. I gotta end the show because I got a busy day. Right, Cindy. Where we going? Well, we got a busy day.
Time for a margarita and a burrito.
And a burrito. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Who has the best burritos in town, would you say? Who has the best burritos? That sounds good. Does that sound good to you, Cindy? Like a burrito, maybe?
I get the chimichanga. That's what I like.
Okay.
I like those.
All right. Well, I'm definitely not going back to the place that the waiter kept hitting on me. I'm definitely not going back to that place. Did I tell you that story, Carl?
He might hug you. He might give you the goose, the pinch,
Great
and the
place
squeeze.
for a hug.
That's unwelcome. Unwelcome. All right, guys. I will talk to you later. Carl, I'll see you at work, sir. Thank you for your story. I appreciate it.
You're
And
welcome.
Cindy, thank you for the memories. Sharing those memories with us. I appreciate that. And then maybe you and I can work on some things for the show then. Maybe we'll come up, Carl, maybe while we're out having margaritas, we can come up with something for the show.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Can we we'll send it to you then if we come up with a good logo?
Anything, yes, absolutely.
All right, guys. I will see you next. I'll see you at work, sir. And Cindy, I'll see you in about a half hour or so. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. See you next week on Goose
Hi,
Troop.
everybody.
Cue the music.
I got you.
Music.
Where is my
I don't know. It's not playing.
There we go.
There it goes. I got a computer update. I'm getting used to it. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Make sure you pick up your sausage and sage. Sausage with sage. Sausage with sage. And tip your waiters and waitresses, Cindy, when we're out and about.
Don't forget the group hug.
The group hug.
I'll pass. I'll pass on that, but I will be merry. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. See you next week.